Okay, it's 3 o'clock. Our meeting is about to start. Distinguished team captains and members. I also see friends from IFPSM member states associations. Good day to you all. Welcome to the pre-competition training for 2026 IFPSM International Supply Chain Skills Competition, Sunshine Smart Chain Cup. Mr. Xia Ye explained the competition rules, operational logic and the scoring criteria in details last time in per competition meeting. I believe you have gained a basic understanding of the competition. Today's training will focus on sharing practical skills and experience regarding competition system operation, competition strategies, and operation work. We are honored to have invited authorized Sunshine Smart Chain instructor Li Zhengshuai to deliver this lecture. Feel free to leave your question in the comment section at any point during the presentation. Mr. Li will respond to them accordingly. Without further ado, let's give the floor to Mr. Li.
Hello. No.
Okay.
Uh, my name is Freeman Lee. It's clearly to understand, but for my Chinese name, it's very hard to pronounce it. So you just call my Freeman. Yeah. My presentation will be include three parts. First is the system operation, as Mr. Xia in June 1st has introduced the rulers already. So my presentation will majorly focus on the system operation and competition strategy and preparation. So it tells us how to prepare not the competition. The third part is the game review. It's very important for us to saving our times for the preparation, and also can reference to the best practice for other teams. This is the major contents of my today's presentation. First of all, I'd like to first to briefly introduce the system operation. What's game doing? Yeah, we all know it's just using 8 million. Our team is the 8 million US dollar as the initial investment to set up the photovoltaic factories through around 1 year's operation, trying to get the best result. So it will be take four quarters. First quarter, the market we seems is as a developing stage. As every factory, we set up new factory using the initial investment from from one factory. Then we get we through the marketing bidding and production, procurement raw material. Then we sell it to our customer. Then we get cash back. Then we get the profit. We use the profit as well as maybe we ask for the now shareholder to increasing the capital. Then we increase the now capacity. So we get more money. We got more shareholder capital investing. Then we set up. We build a second factory, or the second increase the capacity. Finally, we can get the more capacity, production capacity. We get more money. Yeah, get more profit. This is the basic the game now competition doing here. So I'd like to briefly introduce the competition system. The system is using the the software system is using the Sensei Smart Train. It's called Supply Chain Practical Table. We're using around now the whole game period is around 213 minutes. It's our simulates the 12 months the operation, and the each 13 second is simulated 1 day. So its total time is 230 minutes. It is 3 hour and 3.5 hour around. It's around this time. So we take this competition. So in each quarter we will have 5 minutes rest time. So we totally have 1, 2, 3. We have 3 rest time. Yeah. So the team member, we have 4 team members. One is the supply chain manager. The supply chain manager is responsible for the finance issue, for the funds manufacture management, and also the production management. So these people shall operate in two, I think, two screen in this field, in these games. Another is the sales people, who is responsible for the study the market and also provide and submit the buyers to get order back. The procurement is responsible for the free agreement of the procurement free agreement, also the PO place. So place the PO to meet the production requirements. Logistics is responsible for the shipment of now our product goods as per the contract requirements. So we have 5-dimensional score indicator. First is return of the investment. It takes 35% of the whole 100%. The second one is market share is 20%. On-time delivery is 15%. Inventory turnover rate is 15%. Another one, the final one is cash flow management. In case now cash flow have some problem, we have 15 times opportunity to get the now stakeholders shorten law. Each law is about 30,000 and 300,000 US dollar. But if we get this, shorten law, we will be, I think, get 1 point out. So totally have 15 times opportunity. This is our main interface basic operation. So next I will transfer to the system to introduce the system operation. Then we'll go back. Okay, let me go back. This is now the screen where everybody can, when we register, enter into the, I think, the main page, we can go into the team information, reservation, introduction home. The home is now is this, yeah. Then we get the introduction of the competition. We can make reservation here for the practice. So in the team situation, we can show the future competition. If we make reservation here, we can see the repetition information. Then another is the past competition. This is the practice I attended. So I just want to go into one of this is a single match. It's only by myself to do this. let's see when we went into the web page. So we saw it's the metrics is the real. I think the scores the indicates the ROI is 995%. The market share is 95. This is only one people is one person of myself to make the exercise. What I want to do is the market dashboard. Here we can see the producers with binding quality analysis for each month for the one, then the 600, and this is 7-8 waters in the different time. We can also see the price. I can see the price. When we go to the later, when we go to the review of the analysis, I will introduce how to use this information in details. We just have a quick review of the logistics is not so important, so we just the inventory analysis, also the transportation information. When we went into here, we can show this icon, match contact. So this is very important information. When we start a new game, first we should study the market head map. That means in the market, which specification is most important. The market requirements, quantity, the situation. You can see here the 550. So its marketing each month is very rich. Yeah, we have rich requirements, demands of this product. But when we say 600, but it's less. Even in December or in September and December, in the market there is no need for this specification at all. As we can also see in rich area, the color circle is see which area is need this specification. So in China, so it's Anyang. Here is Anyang. It's very have a big requirement demand of the 660 waters. This is the market share that will be help us to decide in which period we prefer to produce what kind of products. If this is a market head maps function, yeah. Cities is the same. For the cities, we also know we can check in each game. The cities, the information is almost the same, but maybe have some difference. So in our practice, every practice, we shall copy this city information out. We can get Excel, copy it into Excel, then we analyze which city is better, which is have an advantage in the cost, in the production cost. So in the second period stage, I will introduce how to use this information. How to use the information. In this page, it gives the labor price, land price, labor cost, preference, proficiency. This is the second one is the cost coefficient is nothing. It's not so useful here, just to give a reference. The workforce proficiency is mostly important easy. Factors here, the construction cost for the whole factory. So in the state city, in the first city is in China is Shangrao. So we build a small factory we need 2.84 million US dollar. But when we set up a new one, a middle one, so it need 4.6 million. For the large one, it's 8.9 million Yeah, this is another factor is the processing cost assessment. So this is precise cost. So it's for one box. So when we produce one box of the final product, it need cost how much. So we you can view this information. We have this page, this here. So then when the second stage, I will give your presentation how to use this information to choose now where is we set up the manufacturer is good or not. Yeah. For the customers, this information is the same as the second one. It's almost the same. We should copy all each time for the other customer information right out because this is in each side in each game the customer choose is not the same at all. So they just because in the system we totally have 100 customers, but for each game maybe only select 60 or something. So we need to get all the customer here out. What we want to know, we want to know is tendering gone items, also their location, also the customer location. Yeah. So it's delivery capacity, also the corporate score, a credit score, it's the price score. In each its weight is not same, not same for each clients. Also, we can mark if we like this we knew this customer is his totally requirement demands is much higher, so we can mark this as a VIP customer. Also, the suppliers is the same. We have three kind of material. We have three kind of material, so we can close this. Three material for first is the sales. For the sales, we have a price indicates so they have changed the tendency of the price. This is we can according to this we can judge we can set up the free agreement. So then I will introduce how to sign the free agreement later. We just know we have some information here. Here is his price range. Is the supply range. For each game, we have eight for each game, each material. We have 8 suppliers to choose. 5 in China and another 3 in other country. So each time for each material, we only have 8 supplier. So maybe in different competition, the supply is different. It's different. So we need to also get all the supply information in copy in one age. So we know which supplier is the best one in our daily practice. This is the supply information. Here has one important issue is the deep sheet. Is the we need to pay the suppliers down payment is lowest down payment for each supplier is have different requirements. Another most important factor is outstanding balance of limited. That means we need to have some suppliers. We use the suppliers credit. In our game, we manually use the supplier. We just pay supplier the down payment, and then we get the supplier's credit. So we have each supplier has a limitation for this credit to his customer. This is another most important issue here. Careers is almost the same, but we don't need to use this page. Normally, we don't use this page. Match contact is for the is two issues. One is the factories. Another is for the producers. Their basic data is here. For one small factory, another is the middle size. Its capacity, it can produce the capacity, production capacity. Yeah. Another is the BOM and the raw materials, and is here. Then we return to now to the match. For the match, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 icons. First is the finance. Finance is here. We have some credit. How to close it? Okay. Finance here is ROI, so we can see the ROI is then the asset and liabilities. We can check also the daily cash. Here we can see all the details for each day. Now cash in and cash out. We can check. For the December 23, so factory production excise charge, it's 3,000 US dollar. So this in this case with total cost is how much? Yeah. Payment center just is for the payment to the supplier. This is overdue 6 days already for the Fuzhou Glass Co. Ltd. I have not paid money to them. Account receivable is most important because this good has been delivered to the customer, but had not reached to the the payment day, the final paid. So here we can see the net receivable, or the due date. So in this date, we can get this money to our account. It's 4.9 million in June 1st. This is for the next year. Okay, this is the when we in our operation we need to check the cash, the account receivable, the payment. Every time we need to every time we need to check this information. Credit rating is the calculated by the system. Calculated by the system. The second, this issue is manually used by the supply chain manager. Yeah. Another is bidding. This is for the sales people. Bidding is here is tenders active because this has finished. There's no new tending. No, here. But by submit, by win. We in this year we got I got totally 182 bidders for different time, and also bidder lost. Most important is the bidders awarded notice. Because we lost some buys, we should to new now competitors win which one. So this is will be I will be introduced in details in the I think the review in the third part. In our third part, I will introduce the review and ref to the best practice. How the best practice to do to win the buys, to arrange their orders, sales orders. Customer relationship analysis is the customer. Which customer will get which orders. Yeah. For the procurement, we have two issues here. Is all the supply list. Supply list now we have maybe 8. We have 8 suppliers for each material. For the monocell, we have 8 suppliers. You will see the first 5 is in China, 1 in Vietnam, and Germany, and Thailand. Then the glass, also we have 5 in China, 3 in other area. You can see here the glass, in this case, the glass supplier in Europe, there's no glass supplier. So that maybe may take a problem to us. If we set up a factory in Europe, we couldn't get material locally, in local. This is the problem. Also, this is the same. But in this case, for the alloy strip, there is no supplier in Southeast Asia. So we couldn't, it's hard to set up a factory in Vietnam or Thailand or Malaysia or something. Because we couldn't, we needed to buy material from China. We need to take more time, more logistic time, material logistic time. For the production, we have 2. One is production factory management. We can build a new factory here, then we can choose this city, then we just click to the city, then we can, oh, okay, we just stop here and we will introduce, set up a new factory, want to introduce now later. For the production, for the logistics, we will, and ship to here, we will show when we get when the order, when the buyer, here we will show the unshipped orders, the quantity will be showed here. Supplying orders is just in the road, on the road, in the road. We have shipped it out. So here is we need how long this shipment will take, 4 days. We have 18 days for the final delivery to the deadline. This is show now the information of the sharehold. All orders will here when we see which have been delivered, which has one. Warehouse, we can lease warehouse in some city. This some is close to our factory. Farther side is close to our customer. You can choose rent a warehouse, the third party warehouse, or not. This is for another function. Another issue is all the profit analysis. This is all the orders which you at the beginning I said I won 84 orders. So here we can see each orders we got how much the unit profit. This is a reference information for us to decide which customer, which area's customer would bet to win the buyers. Because we can know around how much we can get, how much profit in this order. Just for this one is Australia's. It's February 24. We get buy the orders. This is around I think is 660 waters producers. For this price we get around. This is normally we can get each box we can get 488 profit for each box.
हाँ हाँ जी, इसमें क्या है कि ये 3 रूम का, 2 रूम का या 4 रूम का, 4 बेड का जो बात तो चलती रहेगी, पर लेट अस वेट, बट रजिस्ट्रेशन कैन बी डन, ऐसा देखते हैं थोड़ी देर।
All the routing
क्योंकि
analysis.
એટલે लेट देम रिप्लाई, क्योंकि उनको कोई पता है, उनका ऐसा माइंड में है कि एवरीथिंग इज वेरी इजी। ऐसा इजी नहीं है, वो तो डर टाइम
郑老师
बहुत हम
，Mr.
लोग
郑
मेहनत करते थे, इसीलिए वो
，Are
होता
you
रहा है।
silenced?
ऐसा आसान नहीं है।
Silent.
और रूम वाला मामला, सेपरेट
Okay.
बेड का तो मैंने 8 से 10 दफा लिखा, बट उसमें क्या है कि 2 आदमी के लिए इज ओके, भले 2 सेपरेट बेड ना मिले तो एक बेड पे भी हो सकता है, बट पर 3 वाला मुश्किल है। लेट देम रियलाइज, दे कोई
Okay,
फोन करे।
silent.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I will send it.
Okay, it's clear. So this is the basic information for the main page. Here we have a match analysis. It's the scores comparison. In this part, I will introduce in the review period. Here we just now we get a brief introduction. So I will demo for how. Oh, okay. I will make a single match to know how we operated. Okay, I have a 20 second. I only get 1/4. Okay, we apply. One applied, make the apply. We can here waiting just maybe one minute. We can get enter into the system. Wait a moment. It should be quick. So you can the reservation in this is for now this in this afternoon. It's June 20th. It's 12th. We totally have 15 teams are doing the practice at this moment already. Okay, here we can enter into the competition. So this is just we see the binding analysis, the logistics. This is no information. So when we into this is the main page. First, we shall know the no. Here is we shall know the match research. Not match research. Here's the main context. Here we should first go to see the hot map, the market. This is 5, 6, 78. So we also have the need, so we know the area, which area is, we can choose one as the start producers. The cities would be, is not started here. We just, for this job, we shall done in our daily preparation. Customers is also suppliers is because as each competitor each competition is not same, so we need to check if it's the we need to so we can see the Guangzhou or Fosun or Juquan or Xi'an some here. Korea's match text this is not so. So first job when we need to set up a product factory. So we build a new factory in this production, build a factory. So if we choose Chuzhou here, so they will see if you want to get a small one, middle one, a large one. As the initial investment only can bear one small or middle one, or maybe and one middle one or one middle. plus a small one. We can get 2 factory at start. In this time, we get a middle one, so we need totally paid 9.6 million US dollar. So we choose OK. So we set up a production. Yeah. So recent task construction is starting soon. So the second job for the procurement people, we need to sign free agreement. We need to choose the supplier. I just quickly choose the supplier. We sign. We just show how to operation for the skills. We will introduce later. So we will choose the. It's clear. So we choose this material with increased. So first issue is we need to decide price adjustment method, fixed price or increase a monthly adjustment or not. For this case, which one is better? I choose monthly adjust. Why? He increased, but so you get this is 6 point increase 6.2, but we get 8 point price down. You know, this is increased 0.5, this is down 0.7 point, so this is best. This is better. So the response days normally is 18 days. Down payment, we choose the lower. So this we can sign the free agreement of this material. Then the temple class, we just quickly because it has started already. We need to choose this, okay. It's 2.5, so not increase so much. So the same. So the same intervention one. So we need to check the logistics, the location of the supplier, because we hope we can get the material earlier. Okay, we get in factory. When we get the information, the factory is here. We can see the factory information. We set up the production. Here we see the factory information in the procurement. We can place procurement order. It's 100. This is for 10 days use for I think a medium factory. I just quickly, then we will later introduce how to calculate. This is a very long time. We need more time because this is location is far. So we place the purchase order already. Now we need to buy buying. We choose produced. This is in Brazil. This is in where is Thailand. We need to calculate if we can meet the delivery requirements or not. Also, it's the final delivery required delivery to February 9. We can meet it, so we build it because only one people. We have buy this. This open date is January 8. We can also Doha with Qatar or Beijing or Mongolia. No, Morocco or something, Kenya. Yeah. Turkey. This is a China local. We can choose which one we would like to. Also, we need to check if can meet the requirement or not. For this, we just choose take another one. This is just a demo. Yeah. Okay. we have buying, we have set up the factory, we have make some procurement. So we need to, at this moment, we just need to wait for the factory finished. Is here shows the time. Factory will be completed by Jan 70th. This is a production plan we need to set up. This is a basic operation. For in this side, so in this number is ROI. This number is market share. Here also a number. Here is no information. The yearly procurement, the inventory. Here is an ITR inventory. Turnover rates is sold here. Logistics is on-time delivery. This is a percent. So when we get the one order finished, we can see all the information here. We just need to 2 days. I put one minute for 1 day, so we need to take much time. We just waiting. We can check if we have new buys, new sales opportunity. Here we have some Kenya. This is Turkey. Turkey is the February 9. Do you know how we set up a factory in China? How many days we ship these goods to Turkey? Maybe it takes 30 days or 35 days. So we need to make a record. How long, how many times, how many days we shipped from China to ship this to the each area of global. Now it's June 6th. So we can buy it. For the binding, you can hear he's marked LB, the lower best. This one bid that's been the lower price is better. It will win this bid. Another kind of the bid is the average best. The average price is your biders, your price is most close to the average one. You will get the more score of the price score. Here is the lowest the price. You will get the best score. That's two kinds of biders. Here gives the different division of the price, the credit card, credit score, or corporation score, or something. This is capital, your capital quality. Okay, we can how now it's January 8th, so we can see here now factory have finished in the production line, so we can production plan. We will produce the 550. So here then we will the capacity is 6 books each day, so we choose 6. That's okay. So we set up the production plan already. Now we need to wait in the material arrive. We can check when will the material arrive. So we place the PO here. So 1.1000. So we can check. It will be delayed shipped on June 10, arrived here in June 11. This material for the treatment. This number is for this 3,500 books products we need to produce it. We need 7 days to produce them. We need 7 days. But recently we have no time. We have no material. The material have arrived. Because firstly we booked 10 days material. So after 10 days, we need to buy material for next 10 days. So we can also, this is the first step, then we can ship. No, it's clear, click sometimes is. So to the Thailand, we have two kind of transportation method. One is by the ocean, another is by the railway. So we need to compare. This is by ocean, it needs 13 days, and needed this money is 100K around it. Let's check how it's by the railway. So we can choose the railway station. We can here has a station, so we can see it only needed 8 days, but it's more cheap. So we choose the railway. And buy the material, then we shipped it, we produced it. Buy the swing. Now we can, from here, we can choose is one. I checked if this will be more high priority, so you can choose this. So then this order will be delivered earlier than this one. But normally, because this only need 8 days, so we better to ship this first. This is, I think, the basic operation. Now we can just check the material arrived or not. This material arrived. This material arrived. So here you can see the days of supply. So this material can use for 10 days. This material can use for 10 days, but this is on the road. 25 is in transit, so it will be next day. So if we want to earlier for this material, we can start the production. We can we can take urgent purchasing. Here this is urgent purchasing. So we we can choose any supplier here, which is Zhejiang is here. So its lead time is only 4 days. It's more close to the factory, but we need to pay it's not down payment. We need to pay the standard price plus 20. It's 120 price, but we need to pay whole price to the supply. But we can only buy four. I think it maybe 4 days uses. 1 day is 25. 1 day is 2.2. So we urgently purchase. If we urgently purchasing 10 tons, that's okay. So this 10 tons will ship, but we use the higher price and we paid all the money. But the advantage, the benefit is we can start now the production earlier. This arrived on January 10, but we can arrange this also. So the material arrived in January 10. So we can start at 11 of the January. We can start the production. This is the one case. This is the whole case. Also, we can ship. For the Europe, we have two choices. One is for the ship, for the ocean by sea, and another is by railway. But the price you can see it's much higher. We just know it's 31 days, so it's price 137. We can check railway by railway. We need to click is not so. It's the same, all around the same.这是哪里？扣呢？ The price is around 3 times, but the time, I think the time is short. It's 22. By ocean is 31. Yeah, but we need to pay more money, pay 3 times money for this shipment. As we have not yet produced the products, so here the number is still. Here we can see the production had started already. So this now capacity, normally capacity is 600 books each day. As the labor proficiency is around 90%. So its real produce is 560, 520. So it has some quality issues. So it's around 580 is 90%, just around this. So here you can see we have the book's number. We can enlarge it. This is now all the number unshipped. We have the sales contract already. Here is now inventory, factory inventory. We have produced 1,900 books. So here, so you see this number is not, so we have one order have been shipped. You can see here we have 1 day delay. Delayed one time. This is nothing. This is because we arranged the shipment, but it have not enough producers, so it can be shipped. This is the days we need to for this trip is 27 days, but the deadline is 23. So this we will breach the contract. We will breach the contract. We couldn't meet now customs requirements. Why? Because now one of our material is too late to arrive. At the beginning, we shall choose. We can shall bought some material earlier and in the urgent purchasing, so we can meet this requirement. This one is, I think, is okay. We need only 8 days. We just have five days. We can ship all the. So normally we shall ship this first. Our supply orders, we put this. Then it's 31 days. We need the time, but we only have 90 days. Even we put its high priority. This also will be breached contract. We couldn't meet the customer requirements. This is the new order. We will. So this is the basic operation. So finance will be and production will be responsible by the supply chain manager. Is one person to operate these two factors. Market sales one people and procurement one people, also logistics one people. We have 4 people to operate this. Okay, this is the brief instruction. So let me go back to the presentation. Now it showed the presentation. Now this is not. We needed to here to choose this. Can you see my presentation?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Here is what's the match contact. So we show the MacBook. So it's a plant siting, production planning. We what kind of product which we are trying to produce. Supplier selecting. Key custom identify. This is for the match contact can do. We just show in the system already. So this is a match contactor. We showed it already. So we knew how to use it. Customer overview. So we know the customer, which now customer. Especially we knew the tending score system, we know items, how to the binding, evaluate the binding. So it's the weighting is different. The suppliers, we choose the supplier, so we need to have a rich geography knowledge. So we need to know the location, different location. When we choose the supplier. So the ongoing metrics. So in that case, so the metrics we can show each team. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 10 team, 11. But this is mine. I have no operation at all. So we can see all the teams. This is April 1st. Each team is ROI, is where market share, and inventory turnover rate, on-time delivery. So we can see also each team's situation. Also, we can monitor so the real-time competition schedules in the market dashboard. We can see this is how many teams. This is 780 waters products. We have 4 teams to buying this product at, at this time. So they produced how much already? So we can see the price. How much is the price? The buying price. We can have a general picture. In the real time, we can know the competition schedules. This is what we can use in the system. This is the sales opportunity. This is the buying area. So the tenders active. Now we have tens. We can choose which one. We just saw this picture. So this is screen already, this page already. So this is the basic of, I think, system operation. So the next is the most important issue is game preparation. That means how we prepare, what's our strategy, what's our plan, and how to make the plan. First job is we need to prepare the basic date. Basic date. First date is plant siting. Just we choose which supply, which city, which location. We set up a factory. As now game, this year is different in last year. So as the rulers in one city, in one location, we can only set up one factory. Normally, in the full period, in 1 year, we almost need set up 4 factories. So we need tools, 4 place before our competition, before the competition. So we can plan 4 city, 4 location, so for the plant siting. The second is the product and raw material data is bomb. What we can use. Production capacity is plant data. These two have been given by the system already. Material demand data. This is based on the BOM and the plant data. In the system, we just see in a middle plant need the cells. Each day is 110 boxes, and the glass is 3.4 or 3.5 pieces, and the strip is need 2.2 tons each day. So this material, this basic data we can prepare. Another most things of cost of plant is depreciation, administration, opening, and processing cost. We need to know it clearly. Most important issue is the logistic date, time, and cost. Because we need, when we try to attend a bidder, we need to calculate the logistic time is most important. If we couldn't meet the requirements, it's have no enough time for the logistic, for the transportation, so we will breach the contract. So we cannot bidding, submit such a bidding to attend such a bidding. So this is a basic data preparation. So we will show us how this data prepared. As I hmm?
Okay, wait for a moment. Maybe there is some problem with Mr. Lee's internet. Mr. Lee, you can continue your presentation. I can't hear your voice.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes, you can continue.
It's a Excel, right?
Yes.
So this is the basic information of the factory, BOM, and the material. This is by the system, so we can material usage. We most focus on this. This is one sheet, so we can see another one. For the most, I'd like to introduce the most important one. Now the sheet changer. Mr. Zheng, can you help me? I'm not sure.
Is there any problem?
No, I don't know if I share the right Excel. This is a
Yes,
logistic.
yes, you show the Excel in the screen.
Okay, so this Excel is all the factories. We set up the factory maybe in China, maybe in Southeast Asia, maybe in Europe. So from the Shanghai, it's China, we set up a factory. So it's to Austria. We need 35 logistic days. So transportation for Germany, maybe we may need 25. So in our daily exercise, we need to get all this information. We get all this information for our competitor use. So we need a calculate the logistic time, production time. Then we can decide if we can meet the buyer's final delivery requirement or not. This is now one of the important job we need to do. In this sheet, this number is I make the practice and I put it in. It can be referenced for your reference. This is one job. Okay, another cell, so I need to change it. Now, this cell, this sheet is for the plant siting. First, this equal is construction cost. So we have a small, middle, and a large factory, large plant. So in different area, we can have this number. This is provided by the system. So we can calculate it each month its depreciation, the number, the money, small one, middle one, and a large one. But in different area, we have different per labor proficiency. So the actual output for each plant is different. For the Shangrao, it's for the middle one, its average is 531. But if you go to the Austria, it is 538. So it's different. So output is different. So the depreciation, we need to put this depreciation number to each day. This is month. In the ruler's instruction, so it's the depreciation rate for each month is 5%. So this number is from here times 0.5, 0.5, so 5%. So we get monthly depreciation. Then we get down daily, each day's depreciation. Then we can change it to the each books we need to borrow how much depreciation rate. Administration is all the city is the same, so we don't neglect this. Then opening days, amortization, and so the different city have different processing cost. So we plus added all these number together, so we can check the city in different city, which one is have more lower cost. We can choose. Then we can, at my previous instruction, we need to prepare 4 cities, 4 locations. So we can choose 4 potential location in this sheet, from this sheet. Let's see the Europe is Poland and Hungary is the cost is lower. But for the Germany and other countries is much higher. For each books is compared to the China or compared to the in this competition system. So they design the raw material. The price of the raw material is finally delivered to the factory, even if in Europe or in China. So the material price is the same. So we just need to prepare the production, processing cost and fixed cost, which is lower, so we can know which location is the total cost is lower. That is the how to citing the how to do the place citing. This is the one sheet I introduced to use. So this is a sheet. We can provide this sheet for later to for your reference. You can, but you need to check the data is correct or not. I'm not sure. I made a mistake. I made a or not. So I can share this the document to you for your reference. This is we used some so we have some tools. Another one. So I can first关不掉。This sheet should be cash flow. So another tools is for the one. Can you see my sheet? It's the cash flow, the document.
Yes, I can see the Excel. You can continue.
Excel is the cash flow, the name.
Cash flow.
Yeah, this is a simulation of the cash flow. So we initially have 8 million. So this is income, expense. This is income, we will have the initial capital. So we have a down payment. When we buy the attendant building, we can get the down payment from the customer. I also have the final payment. This is subtotal for this is 1 week. I put this sheet in as week. First week, the second week. So construction cost, we have expense. So we construction cost, we set up a factory for the training. I have not seen. So we have a PO down payment. So administrative fee, this is for 1 week, is 9,000 for one, because first week we have no factory. So this is a subtotal. So it's net cash in hand. So we can check cash in hand. For in the 5, we can increase our capital, increase the capital from shareholder. So we got 4 million. I'm sorry, I forgot to introduce this function. So I will introduce later. So we can get capital increased. You can choose 1 million, 2 million, and 4 million. So we choose 4 million here. So we have capital increase 4 million. So we get first payment, but in the 6 months we get down payment, new down payment, but also we get the final payment for the first order, first 2 order. Now customer has paid now the final payment already. So this is total the income. So this is total. So for this sheet, what we used is to trying to save enough time, trying to save enough time. If we try the different, I think the plan, each time we need a long time. So we can just make the simulation in Excel. We can check if this workable. We have a basic and workable or not. So this is another tool I'd like to introduce. This is a material uses payment. Also, we need how much it cost. This is a basic because we have a reference price, unit price. So we We just need to know how much down payment. All right, this is incorrect. I think the down payment in out. Okay. This is another tools I'll try to introduce to you. Okay, we have a basically, it's most important how to make the preparation. This is the basic data. So we competition plan. So with which the competition plan is first, we need to prepare for plant siting. We have already introduced this. So the total investment. So the total investment is the stakeholder. So never share. So the company owners, we get the capital investment increase. It's in different situation. One is in our plan. We plan to take twice investment increase. And another issue, another situation is we out of now plan. It's out of now plan because we made some cash flow requirement questions. So we passively we have to increase now investment. So we have to. This is a different situation. Starting in planning, so we need product choice. So we need to decide what kind of product we will produce and buy them. My market focus, we focus on European market or the Chinese local market or something. So free agreement or procurement, material quantity for each PO. This is most important. In my demo, I just say place PO is 10 days because it's easier to calculate. So each 10 days, so I set a PO, I place some PO for 10 days usage. Each 10 days, I place some PO. Is such as this is for the PO and interval time. So the PO during this PO and to next PO, it's 10 days. Plate size, plant size, and quantity. So that a mid-size price can produce the 500 waters, 550 waters is around 500. Its capacity is 600 boxes, but considered proficiency, its actual output is 540 around these 40 these boxes. So the target market, this is what we do. Yeah. Normally the beginning is important for this game. So at the beginning we keep it smoothly, so we will have a good start. Yeah, we will have a healthy strong cash flow. This is for the beginning. So here we have a regular problem is if we can site in Europe. Just in my demo, I showed there is no supplier, no glass supplier in Europe, so we couldn't get a local full supply chain in Europe. So it's difficult for us to set a plant in Europe. Well, because if we buy the material from China or from Southeast Asia, the raw material arrived in Europe will take 20 or 30 days. So we set up a factory. We couldn't get raw material. So in this situation, we couldn't set up plant in Europe. Strength is advantage in local market. Lower logistical cost can reduce the occupation of the shipping inventory. This is mostly why I take this because in this game, in this competition game, it's most of the fund occupation was used in shipping goods, shipping products. If we set up a factory in Europe, so the shipping funds will be decreased lastly, because the shipping inventory, the funds was borne by the supplier, the raw material. The raw materials cost, the inventory cost is not calculated in our factory, in our company. It's borne by the supplier. So this one is most important. Unfortunately, we couldn't set up. Most of the time, we couldn't set up in Europe. Weakness, high material cost, and start period. If at the start the food supplier at Europe we have, so at the start period the raw material price is high production cost. This is citing Europe's problem. Two typical opening method. I got some reference for other team or even our team to know. It's popular. We have two typical open method. Aggressive one opening. They set up at the beginning. They set up one medium plant plus one small plant. At the beginning, they build two factories, two plants at the beginning. Steady one is they only set up one medium plant. It's not we couldn't see which one is good, which one is better, or which is bad. But one basic issue is no breach. So basically, we needed to meet customers' requirements. If we breach at the beginning, so then we will affect our billings, the future's billings. For the procurement issue, we see we have two jobs. One is free agreement. Free agreement determines the raw material cost. The free agreement is most important job for the procurement personnel. Another is the PO intervals. It's the same. If the PO intervals decide, so the quantity for each PO is decided. So this is another issue is urgent purchasing. We have talked this in. Okay. So the free agreement, how to make the free agreement, set up a free agreement. Key factors. Why we have a free agreement? So we see first of all, how long period we shall sign the free agreement. So 1 quarter, by quarter, or by half year, or by this is why we design. So we need to make some calculation. Which one is the best cost for the best cost? At the beginning we set up only one, just say one medium plant, and finally in the fourth quarter we may have four large plant. We have four large plants. So its raw material demand is 8 times than the beginning. One large is equals to 2 mediums, the material usage. So we have 4. So in the third quarter and fourth quarter, the material price is most important than the beginning. So firstly we decide we need to compare different semi of the free agreement. We choose 1/4, then we can see what's the price, down. Then we see need half, whole half. We need to compare this about the price adjustment or not. We need to judge by this transition of the price tendency. So the responsible days we normally choose the longest. The down payment also at the beginning we need to put at the lowest because we need cash. We need cash at the beginning, but in the third quarter or the fourth quarter, we have a lot of money in our capital. We have a lot of money, so we can, if we sign the agreement by quarter, so in the fund we can put the highest one. We can choose the highest one. Also, the quantity is the same. So this is about free agreement is most important. For the inventory management, raw material inventory can be a certain number. Why say this? We set up a factory. This raw material inventory, we set up a factory. The factory's requirements to the raw material is a certain. Because one set of a middle factory it need 110 boxes of cells. This is normal when the production is running smoothly. So another is final product inventory. Unshipped is included in three parts. One is unshipped in our plants, and another is product in the transit. This detail determined by the sales contract. So when the buyer, now salespeople, should concede how long in case. In our practice, most of our founders was occupied in the product in transit. It's a very large number, especially when you set up a plant in China, then you sell it to Europe. It takes 30 to 40 days in transportation. So it takes, so normally we may have 8 or 10 orders in the transportation, in the shipment in the meantime. So it's covered a lot of, it takes a lot of time, a lot of money here. Products in care, in customer also is belong to our inventory, earlier delivered. Another issue is production specification change. So who is the decision maker for this? So at the beginning we produced the 550. So then we found the market is different. So now salespeople to decide, so we will decide to buy it for 660. We will change the specification. So at this moment we may need to very carefully. They make the best calculation and decide the exact switching date. So we need to make a lot of calculation. So current daily output is how much, and shipped quantity and finished date. We need to check by the open date and quantity which have offered but not opened yet. So we have submit buys, but it's not open. We need to consider this quantity. Production output to the binding open date lies if we change our production plan earlier. So then will less than the customer's contract requirements, so we'll breach the contract. If more, we produced more, we will in action inventory will increase. So this is normal requirements are remaining product when we change the specification should be less than 1 day production quantity. As for, yeah, this is a successful specification change. Sales consideration should target customers lower price buying every point. This is two kinds of. We also have a down payment rate and time, final payment and time, buying closing date and date. These three factors decided is relevant relative to our cash flow. Specification, quantity, and destinations about our capacity management. So the salespeople is most important one person in a team. So he should now cash flow problem and cash and capacity management is resulted by his buying. So the cash flow problem is resulted from the sales.
Mr. Lee, sorry to interrupt you. I can't. You show your screen in full screen mode. Because in the screen there is not full screen mode. Your PPT.
Not a full.
Yeah.
Why? In my side is the full screen. I need to.
Maybe you just share your. Yes, it's.
Let me check. How about this? Now it's okay?
Wait for a moment. No, it's just not the full screen mode. Can you share the screen again?
Finished now. We have finished now two parts. So it's next is mostly important one is review and analysis. So I will show you in the system. So this in this system, I just said the purpose is to improve our competition plan by review. So sum up experience. Then the study the best practice. We should know the best practice. The other team is how to win. Here we can see some good scores. So I will go into the system to introduce. So I also take some street to the, we have here, we have team V or team G. So their total capacity, we can by review. In the review, we can find where total capacity is 4,800. The capacity, so it's equals to large factory. How they start? They start from 900. It's 1 medium plus 1 small one. So first, they increase their capacity in February 9. So they get two, as they start at 1 medium and 1 small. So first they increased in the February, this setup, this should be have 2 medium factories, right? So in the second increase, it's March 10th or April 10th, it's different. In two factories different. The two team is different. So they also get to one large and one medium. So they only have two factory. So then we can check one by one. So then the May 20th, and when 20th is two large factory, is 24th. So the final increased to the last is in November. This is a failure. I think it's a failure increasing. So it's 80, it's 4,800. It's a four large factory. But you can see the team G is in September. So it's much earlier, 2 months earlier than the TV. They have increased to set up the two factor. But why? This is a production structure and capacity utilization. We have just have a general picture in our hand. So I will go into the system to show where we can find this information. I just see how to use this information here. So that this is their production, their output quantity, their produced quantity for each specification, and the general capacity utilization rate. Normally, if you want to try to win, the capacity utilization rate should be more than 80%. 80%. This is a total investment for each factory. We can calculate each player's total investment is how much. Procurement, we have some number we can find in the system, the supplier number. You can find that they also use the sales 455, 456. So glass, they use a lot of the supplier. Also the PO number, they say please how much procurement PO, they get the total procurement. So the average quantity for each PO for the sales, you can find it's 1,000 around. 1,000 around, we know it's for the medium plant is around 10 days use. 10 days use for each PO. But for a large one, it's only 5 days. For large one, it's only 5 days usage. So we can generate to know how they place the PO. Average lead time, the supplies lead time, or we can get all this information in the system. Profit analysis. So the unit price, this is for 550 water. So we only got two teams here. Because the third team is the practice is not so good, so I just leave two here. So it's 500. It's around 500 US dollar for this. Normally in China, the highest price is 420. So we can know they sell the products managers into the European and other area, not in China. We can find this unit cost and profit, product profit, gross profit. We can see is this is not too high. This is not a higher number because I got this number is earlier from the system. So the material, we can also see material procurement cost comparison. So this is the material for the 500. Also production cost. This is, we can find for the best practice, we can reference to which number they are. How can we, then we try to know how can we reach this number. This is our reference. So this is production, this is cost, delivery cost, also the bridging cost. We can find this information. Another issue is the binding analysis. This is also for the why they can normally when we start the practice we can find we will meet the major problem for us is the cash flow. We will meet the cash flow. So we shall know the best practice, the good team, how to do this. This is the record of one player. They get the price in January. They get January, you can find, they set up factory in China. So Australia, Sri Lanka, India, Taiwan, Ireland, Taiwan. So the quantity is generally because they have two products. They set up two factories, one small, one middle. So they produce the two specifications. They get a down payment, also the open date, delivery date. So the unit price, this is much higher price, is not in China's price. So the amount, total amount. So in January, they get the when 6 buys, the total volume is 9.9 million, 9.9 million. Please pay more attention to how much the down payment they get. They get 1.5 million down payment from the customer. That's why they can increase their factory capacity. They can increase their factory in February 9 or 10, because in the January 39, 31, they can increase the capital investment for 4 million. They get a down payment, so that they have a 5 million, 5.5 million cash. Also, they can get more in down payment in the February, so they can increase their factory, use the down payment in the cost down payment. By the end. So this is as issues analysis near the end. This is in the case top 3 team gets
Mr. Lee,
77.
sorry to interrupt you again. The PPT in screen is stopped at the page 25 and is this right?
25.
Yes. The PPT in the screen is just stopped at the 25 right now.
重新 I shared it.
You can share the screen again. Maybe it has some problem.
Now it's
Oh,
okay.
it's the 36 page. Okay.
It's okay.
Okay,
Just
okay. You can continue.
so when near the end, it's in November and December. We can find the final delivery date required is in next year, January 18th, January 29. This team, top 3 team, they got 37 of 55 bytes delivered next year. Why they doing this? Why they doing this? So first, by the end of the game, so it's better to deliver all our goods to the customer. So even if next year's required delivery date is in next year, but before the December 31st, it's the goods, our goods can delivered to the customer. It will be calculated in profit and calculated. So this is the most important issue. So this top teams, they get all the next year's the buyers. Even if this is you can see 500, this area, they use the lowest price. The limitation for the buy limitation, the lowest limitation is 180. This is in China. Why are you doing so? May they didn't produce for this order at all. What you want to do is to avoid term. So its most important issue. So in December, production personnel have final buy. We need to, the buyer in December. All the material is final buying to do the final buying in December. So if need, buyer and production mail also can help the final logistics. This is the when the purchasing quantity is less than the requirement, because we sign a free agreement with our supplier. So place PO to meet the requirement in last week. Why we in last week? Because in last week, we placed an order, the supplier's response date is 8 days, so they couldn't ship the material out. So, but we place an order to them. We meet the requirement to avoid liquidated damages. This is what we want to do. If our goods cannot, if in one order, in our goods cannot arrive by the December 31st, please don't ship it. If you ship it, then we'll spend the freight. If it's no use for us. So at the beginning, logistic people and production personnel is no job, but now procurement need to place out on January 2nd. If you have 2 factories, you need to place 6 order in 30 seconds. You need to place 6 order in 30 seconds. So other people can help him to place order, PO. This is a small tips. So basic for the review and the protection is most important. So I will go back to the system to see where we can find this information. I need to. Now can you see my screen is in the web page?
Yes, I can see. You can
Okay.
continue.
Okay, we can continue to the practical competition. So this is finished already. So we can see here the metrics. This is 10 team. Okay, we can see ROI, H is higher. So we can go here is to see the scores. H, A, D is the top 3. Yes. So the first one is ROI is 783%. The second one, the third one is also around the 31. So we can see these top three. So we can go back to H. We can only choose H, A, D. This cost is not important. So the on-time delivery, we can see it's much higher. The D is 100% on-time delivery. So the A, so it's much higher. So we can responsive 25 days to fulfill the cycle comparison. This is, we can get this number here. Average leading time, this is increased flexibility. This is not agility. It's not the cost. Is not the amount of days of. So we can find this information here for the when we take the practice with other teams. Most important issue is here. We can see the revenues. This is their sales value. The sales value for the H is 800. 380 this million US dollar for every year. So it's another one is from team A, out team D. We can see their daily analysis net profit. This is okay, just for the profit. We can product us by. So this is you have shown this page in my presentation. This unit price, we can see their sales price is which team is different. So the cost is different. What we focus on is on their cost. First, the purchasing cost is 200, 213, 201. This is raw material for one box, 200 material. So this is for the production cost. It's around 13, 32, 33, 38. Oh. So the profit, this is profit for the sales cost. The sales cost is delivery, this mainly is freight. It's a freight for each box. This is for each box. This is the basic information from the here. For the binding analysis, so they submit how much buys, how much they buy, how much they wins. So for this team is D or A. This is team D, A. So they totally submit by the 410, but they only win 105 and 5. So they binding number and win the number. So they only is 25. So it's 1/4, and the win rate is. This is binding relations. We don't care here. It's not enough. Not so important. Award score is not so important. This is binding, daily of bindings. We studied this not in here. Not in here. This is for binding some details. For the procurement, this is most important. First, we can see Team H, they buy the sales from 4 suppliers, which are located in different area. Also, they buy the money, the amount, the purchase amount can be here, can be shown here. Also, the A, we can see Team A is buying from 4 suppliers for sales. D is 4 suppliers. So all of them to buy is from Chinese supplier. It's a Chinese supplier. So purchasing qualification rate comparison, this is quality issue, supply delivery analysis. So the supplies to meet time delivery rate is here. For the unit price, so we use this. How do we use this information? I have presented in my presentation. So you just need to know where we can find this information. Average leading time, purchasing leading time. Yeah, this here. For the production, it's most important is this total capacity. We got the information from here. So production. So these three teams all set up, build the 4 large factory in finally. Comparison of the capacity utility, this information, we can use this team utility, the capacity utilization is lower. Here we can choose why, due to what reason the material storage. Due to the reason storage, due to the line change, production change, this is the utilization is lost in where. We can choose this due to the proficiency is workforce. This is due to the production plan. We lost so much. This is we can know this, find this analysis of total product output. This is number, total output number. A is the largest one. So it produced, but it is in the second, ranked in the second. Yeah. Here is the production treatment rate, the different specification. Most important is here. We can find from here, we can see how they start. We find this information is from here. At the beginning, this is January 80s or earlier. They set up the factory. Their total capacity is 900 books. So at starting, we can guess them. They set up one middle and one small plant at the beginning. One to the subsidiary. Here one team their capacity is lower to 800. We know it changed some specification. It changed the specification from 550 to 660 here. But to the February 70s, this team has increased their capacity. Here, the team A is also changed their specification to 900 to 700. They also changed their production specification, product specification. But in February, so they start to increase their factory capacity to upgrade it to from small to middle for one factory. So it's from 900 to the 12th to 1.2 thousand. So to the March 10th, so it takes second increased. This team is which one? It's D. They increased very fast. So this is their only the record of their capacity increase changed. So when they changed to here is the increased because in the calculation of the production capacity here showed is calculated even if you manufacture this, you produce this 700 is the same as the 500 is as the boxes. So normally they are increased their capacity is here. In October, they increased to their total capacity in 4 large factory. I guess here, if we shall try to make certain, we need to check their binding record. Binding record. Delivery, out delivery is just so-so, so we will return to the match. Another important issue is here is the here binding award notice. This page we shall know when we lost the buys, we shall know who win the buys. Or why we lost the buys, we can get the information here. This order was paid. Is now a credit card score lower on our price? We can also know the current, the real time, the market price is how much. Is how much is here. Is how much is here. So this is all the binding informations. You can choose all. We can see this is the full year is 642 buyers. We know the one team, they submit the buyers, attended the buyers for 400. So but 200 of the 600, they got 400 buyer attended. So that means that this team are the salespeople are trying to get the more best price. They are trying to buy the binding, submitting the bindings. This is about the binding records. So I got the one page of I got the data sheet. In January, they get the down payment is from here. For January, so the team A, team H, they got how much, they win how much buys, which is the customer is where. So the information shows they get this 3 teams, they got the orders almost all at the beginning, they get almost all the orders, all the buyers is out of China because the China's buyers price is the lowest, much lowest. So one thing is to here, I just forgot to, in the finance sheet, so here is the total investment. We click the amount is 8 million. Now we can see indicates that application for capital increase. When click it, so we can choose capital increase 1 million, 2 million, 4 million. Because this match is finished, so I can operate it. But you can see, we can from here to add it to increase now capital. So this is our plan. In our plan, we normally, the first time we increased is 4 million in January. By the end of January, we increased 4 million. Then we can increase now, upgrade our factory in the earlier of February. This is the capital investment. Yeah. Here we have introduced this already. So the match contact careers, but here have some information is matrix is the market dashboard. This is a real time. I have introduced in my presentation. So this is real time. So if this time is the match in the match, so you can see the match. Who is buying produce the 550? What is the market price, current price? We can get a reference. So now salespeople should check. One is from here. He can check the information from here. Also can check the information from the buying announcement. Buy award notice. Can check the market price on the competitors. You know, this cattle, we have 6 teams to competitor. This buys. This is Sri Lanka. So if you set up a plant in China, so the buys around China, out of China, around China, such as Southeast Asia, Malaysia, or maybe Kazakhstan or something, or Middle Asia. Yeah, maybe it's a very competitive. Most of team get this is competitive is very much strategic from this area. Sri Lanka, also the Hong Kong, Taiwan, or something. India, Indonesia. For this buying is because in this area we need not so much time, maybe 10 days, 15 days, we can deliver it to the customer, but the price is much higher than China local. So this buy is very welcomed very much by every team. This is I think is some reference information to you to prepare them. This is home. So that's all of my instruction. So if you, this is 20. If you have any question, please, you can leave a message here or you can ask. All these and all these seeds and the materials I will provide it to then they can provide it to you later to share with you. Any question?
Sir, excuse me, sir. I got a question.
Okay.
How many teams are on the final match, and how many final match games are we finally engaged in?
This information should be, I think it should maybe Mr. Zheng can give you.
Okay, okay.
There is 33 teams in the final exam in the final competition right now. Maybe there will be more 3 to 4 teams in the final competition.
Excuse me, sir. Is that correct? Are all the teams are in one final match game,
No,
or are
it's
we
just
getting
divided
in separate
into
game?
maybe it divided into 2 or 3 groups.
Okay,
It's
but
two
the final match will be hold one time,
one time,
so that we
one
can
time.
decide the final ranking the ranking teams.
Just one time. Yes.
Okay,
In July
okay, I got it.
17th.
Okay, thank you.
Is there any questions? You can leave your questions in the comment section or in the WeChat group. Mr. Lee will answer the question.
Sir, I got a confusion. I need to another answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just mentioned that the teams will be separated in several groups. So even we didn't match in the same final match games, even though we can still decide the winners. Do you mean that?
It will just calculate your score in final competition.
Okay.
Is not in 3 groups. It
Okay.
will not uh, uh, impact the results of the competition.
Okay, I know. I got it. Thank you.
In the practice deadline. Now the practice is open in the website. You can join it every day. It has a schedule in the website. It's not deadline on June 27. Maybe it will open until July 14th. Because it's July 17th will hold the final competition. We will keep open until the July 15th. And 3 days for preparation for the competition offline. Maybe it will have next time I will introduce uh, the point for key point for attention. We can do something every day. It On the website, you log in and you will see the schedule in the website. Okay, is there any questions? Okay, thank you for your excellent sharing, Mr. Lee. If anyone encounters any problems during the practice matches later, please leave your questions in the WeChat group. We will compile all the questions and submit them to Mr. Lee for consolidate replies. This part competition training session now concludes. The next meeting will be held online from 15 to 18 on June 26. At that time, we will give a comprehensive briefing on competition preparations and the key points for attention, followed by a dedicated question and answer session last time. See you at next meeting. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, Mr. Lee.
Goodbye, everyone.